The coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the New York Jets. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready, break.
50, and let's get in that hole.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hey, wahoo!
Darnold from the gun. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Darnold completes it, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On 2nd down and 4. Darnold. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. To throw, it's Carr. Ooh, the juke. That'll be complete to Cook. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Carr to throw. And this is Cook with the grab. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
Brings up third and inches.
Down. Lady. Go. White Monday.
Wide, get wide.
Shotgun now for Carr. He's got Evans. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Check. Like 50.
On second and a yard, Carr. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Flushed out right, and he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open. Now second down. That his first incompletion after a 4 for 4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
Jet bomber.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Express.
Did you say no way? Did you sell it?
Get that.
On second down, Cook. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Now Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hairston. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Lets it go for it. Got his man complete. He's at the 30, the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. J.J. Nelson, 92 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. A toss to Cook. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
637.
From the gun, it's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st down, Carr. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Carr again. It's caught. Jones. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Push him back. Lady. Check 3.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
40's Mike. 40's Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Lets it go for Nelson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now.
57.
180. 180. We're good. We're good. 180.
Safety's gripping.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. That all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
At the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit.
Joker.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And that is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Darnold. It's caught. Nelson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Miller. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Lady. Hey, Delta. Switch. Mike 40, check, he's coming.
Here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
Oh, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position. A couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
You got motion man right there. Five.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Foxtrot. 58.
From his end zone, it's Carr on 3rd and long. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Taken at the 37. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
Bring it.
On first down, it's Darnold. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Carr. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Brandon Copeland. Credit him with his sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, 734. Hey, Alpha. You don't want nothing.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep. Middle into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Hey, Zoo. All day, baby, all day. Mike 40, Mike 40. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Darnold on 3rd down. And he's got Miller. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
First and 10 at the 42.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Young lady, watch a slant, watch a slant. Watch a slant. Hey, Mike 7. 50, Mike 50. Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. Man, 80, 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Darnold on first down. Hauling it in, Nelson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now it's Darnold. Lets it go for Nelson. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. J.J. Nelson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in a half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Darnold from the gun. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and now it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Watch the run. I got you.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for New York. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play, that's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. Now Cook. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
57, Mike, 57, 29, 29. 57's the Mike, 57's the Mike.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
Now Darnold. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
61, match box, right.
93.
They run the counter with Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now! 180! Hey, we're good, we're good! 180! Yes, sir!
On 2nd and 15 now. Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch the screen, Express! Watch the screen, watch the screen! 694!
Hey, wahoo!
58.
Shotgun now for Carr. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. That one goes for 30 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Cook. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Charlie!
Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist! Twist, twist!
Darnold down to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Von Miller, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Hey, exit!
Max 40, Max 40!
Yeah. You don't want none.
Check, check. 40's mine. 40's a mine. 40's a mine.
Let's go!
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says,
oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Pilot, 64, weak.
On first down, Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, we're good, we're good. 180. Express. Easy, easy. Kill.
Go.
That's it.
Now Carr. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Carr now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Carr. And he'll find Moreau here. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 11.
Express. Switch. 29.
Hey, Haywood.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
That's it.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. It's caught. Jones. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Hey, Raider 2.
Hey, orbit.
They'll run with Cook. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Say it.
93. Express.
One motion. Jam.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
6-18.
Hey, Delta.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
Five. Hey, Foxtrot.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
We own it. We own 637. You got that? Hey, 734. Watch this. Stop.
They run. Cook. Oh, shifty.
Whoa.
34 yards there and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Check 50, check 50.
Express.
58, Mike. I'm coming after you.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On second and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. They'll give it to him up the middle, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And the Raiders have got him. Maurice Hurst able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
Switch gears. Hey, alert 3.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he will find his man on the outside. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, zoom.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold, and he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Jets on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, high 7.
He's coming. We got double up. Switch.
Here's Darnold. Lets it go for Nelson. He's got it at the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. J.J. Nelson. 57 yards as they are able to cut into that lead. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a 1-score game with a 2-point conversion.
I got him. Back to mine. I got him.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Hey, watch the slant.
They'll try and run it in with Bell, but he will not get into the end zone, and that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. Down 2 scores, out of timeouts, a must recover if they're going to have any shot. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Dalvin Cook, 41 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Hey, let go.
On 1st and 10, Darnold lets it go for Nelson. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
2nd down and 10, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Von Miller, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, wahoo!
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, a chip shot here.